guys, welcome back to a part 2 of Java, and today I will be explaining how a Java application is executed. So let's get started. So let's hit this run button, and this run button will execute our program. So Replic's compiler is a little slow, so it'll take a little bit of time for us to see our output. And there it is, hello world. So you may be wondering, well, how is the code that I just written on here on this Java file, how is it then turned into this output? Well, that process of turning source code into machine code is called compilation. Source code is the code that's typed / written by a programmer. Machine code is a language that a machine can understand. Machines can't understand English, or they can't even understand programming languages such as Java or Python. So the first step in turning source code into machine code is that Java's compiler turns the source code into something called bytecode. So you could think of it just as another step in the process. And then next, Java's virtual machine, it also uses the bytecode and it interprets it. And the thing about the Java virtual machine, also known as the JVM, it can run on any computer, any machine, regardless of the operating system of the machine. That's what makes Java platform independent. And then once the bytecode has been interpreted by the Java virtual machine, it will run through an compiler called JIT, otherwise known as just-in-time compiler. And this is the last step in the process, and JIT converts the bytecode into machine code. And then, once the machine code is outputted by the JIT, the machine can understand it, and then it will execute our program. So a program that contains syntax errors won't run. And you may be wondering, what's a syntax error? So, for example, here, the syntax of Java, when you want to print out a string, is you have to put quotation marks at the beginning and at the end of the string. For example, if I removed the last quotation mark, you can already tell by this red line here. Replic's nice enough because it tells us, well, hey man, look, there's an error by this red squiggly line. And if you hover over it, it actually tells you what the problem is. String literal is not properly closed by double quote, which basically means, hey man, you need a double quote. And then if you still decide to ignore that and run it, your console will show you that you have an error. So here, you could see main.java, which is our file name, 3, which is the line that the error is in, and the error is an unclosed string literal, which basically means that you're missing a quotation mark. And then at the next line, it shows you exactly where in the line you need it. It's not always accurate, however, it does give you a visual. And then once there's an error, the compiler will exit and no longer run. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching part 2. See ya.